going to see Crazy Will, that has a great understanding of venomous snakes and free handle them, and because of all the years of understanding, he's able to do that. Then we've got Sean, who's still a newcomer to the business, but he's got a great passion and love for snakes, and he's doing great work here. And then Dale, the father figure that's running the whole operation and making sure everyone stays safe.
Very painful.
He said it was like a bee sting.
Yeah, it was like a bee sting at first, but then it automatically, well, within
10,000 bees stings.
it felt like a million bees after, say, half an hour.
Yet he still handles like this, and he trusts these things. He trusts his actual capabilities.
Tell us about the venom of this one.
Cytotoxic. It's very protein bound, so it actually binds to your cells, and if you do get bitten and you use a tourniquet, you will lose your arm because the venom binds to all your cells. So the best thing to do is, if you do get bitten by one of these, is to just not use a tourniquet, not use a bandage, and get to hospital as soon as possible.
Actually, saying movement actually helps, like trying to put, if you get bit on your finger, put your arm up so that the venom actually spreads more so down, and it's not localized in your hand. Obviously, if you put a tourniquet, it's going to be localized and start eating away at your whole hand like that. But I will say that he couldn't even move his hand, that it was so painful, even like 30 minutes after the bite. So I don't think with the puff adder bite, with the strength of its venom, it's very much possible. It's just the best to get to hospital so they can either get you the anti-venom or treat you symptomatically.
Look, they don't have that very potent venom. It's just the amount that's injected, and they've also got very long fangs. That's the thing. And the venom's injected deep into the cells, to the skin, to the flesh.
And how long did it take you to recover from that bite?
Only now.
How long ago was the bite?
2007.
2007.
Yeah.
Physically, are you talking, or mentally?
Good question.
Still got a bit of a fear for the puff adders.
No fear, but I mean, my hand still hurts. You know.
From 2007 until now.
So mentally, how did you deal with it?
There we go.
Be honest with us, Will. Were you free handling when you got bit?
No.
There's some speculations.
No, I
around
was
it, eh?
not. You know I was
Oh,
not.
no, you weren't.
There's some
You
speculations,
know
eh?
I was not.
Don't you want to clear the air, Will?
Come out to
Would
the
I
reptile community.
do this again?
Well, I mean, you've named puff adders again.
Yeah, well, properly.
Okay, can you show us by that tail if it's a male or a female?
Female. So you can see right over here, very, very short little tail, stubby. Snake could be gravid. It's got a lot of, see, if you just give her a bit of support here and you look underneath, you'll see she's quite fat underneath here, like this.
Live bearing?
Yeah.
Dead?
Live.
Difference?
Wow.
Well, I mean, snakes, I mean, their live bearing is
it's-
still sort of, they pop out fully developed, but then still in a clear sun.
Yeah.
And obviously egg bearing is just, they pop out on eggs, they're not fully developed, and they still have to get incubated. Puff adder, there's 5 local species in South Africa that are live bearing snakes. It's a ringhouse, puff adder, a few others. I'll get to all of them now.
As you can notice with Will, yeah, he's handling the snake very gently, and it's actually relaxing now and enjoying basking in the sun a bit. He's actually become, sorry, I like she. Don't.
Thumb out for her to relax her head on my thumb. There we go.
Look at
There
that.
we go. Oh, she's loving it.
Very relaxed.
Yeah, she's loving it.
And it's actually very calculated. People make the mistake that old Will looks like he's completely wild, but if you look at his movements and you have to dissect it properly, you would notice he's always aware of where her head is moving and where she's going. It's not completely reckless as most people would think. Even though she gives him a little huffy here and there, she's actually incredibly relaxed. And I believe if you can reach this level, it's actually the best way to handle them. Unfortunately, Will took a bite, but the 2007 was quite many years ago. He's obviously, this hasn't happened again. And as reckless as it looks, he is very calculated. You don't just pick up a snake and handle it like
No,
this.
you don't. No, absolutely not.
So that myth where you're going to teach small kids, I remember as a small kid when I watched Steve Irwin doing it, I didn't feel like I could just go out and pick up a Cape Cobra. I didn't, you have a natural fear for it, but look at the snake, she's loving it. Basking in the sun, Will's actually stroking her gently. Might even help her scales out a bit by giving her little scratches.
She's giving me the odd hiss.
Getting
I
a bit
think
of
she's
defensive
hissing
posture.
at Kurt because Kurt's getting
Yeah.
Yeah, she's not, I'm a newbie around here.
She's maybe a little bit wary of what's going on around her. But
Or she can smell Sean.
Nah, it's just hormonal things.
Maybe she just likes the older guys. As you can see how nice and relaxed this puff adder is sitting in Will's hands. And this takes many years of snake handling to get this comfortable. It's very risky to free handle puff adders because they're actually incredible fast striking snakes. People believe that because they're so fat bodied they're slow, they might move slow, but when it comes to the strike, it's way faster than that of a Cape Cobra. And will tell us a little bit now about the pain that follows from a bite from a puff adder, where a Cape Cobra's bite is neurotoxic venom, which is not nearly as painful, but attacks the respiratory system, so you can slip into a coma or die from not being able to breathe. The puff adder, you're going to wish you were dead from the pain that follows when you get bitten by one of these snakes. Incredibly potent cytotoxic venom with very large hinged fangs. So Will, what was it like getting bitten by one
so
of
it
these?
felt like a bee sting. And then about 5 minutes later, it felt like I had a million bees on my arm. And then after that, I went to hospital and my arm swelled up like a balloon. And
I should take it from you. So
yeah, no, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine.
Just show off the scar there.
Show my scar, yeah.
What?
There it is. Snake
What?
bit me between this finger here and that finger over there.
How many years ago is this?
It was in 2007, so it's been 15 years.
And is your arm fully recovered?
Yeah. So basically, what happened was, I didn't know about this then. I didn't know about handling snakes like this, and I pinned the puff adder down behind the neck to pick it up, and it broke out of the grip, and then it bit me on the finger.
Sure. Both fangs.
3 bites, 3 full bites.
Well, you're very lucky to not have lost any limbs or any fingers.
Talk about the experience at the hospital that you had.
That was terrible.
Now, Sean, do you want to show us how you actually handle the snake if you're still a beginner or just
put it
remove
on
snake?
there.
Or as I like to quote the correct way?
The beginner.
It's the correct way.
I did courses with some people, and this is how they teach you how to handle them. You just lift them up with one hook. They say you can't tail it because they say that puff adders can actually strike backwards, which is complete and utter nonsense. While you're hook and tailing them, they would usually they would strike at a 45-degree angle at you, but you're relatively safe while you're actually tailing a puppy. Again, I'm not experienced as Will, so I don't take the chances that he does.
I also believe some guys said that if they're a big specimen, you use a double hook. 2 hooks.
Double hook. I
Yeah.
mean, I've gone on call-outs and things like that. I've tried to use the techniques that they've showed us at the courses. I needed that to become a registered snake catcher down here in Western Cape. I've tried to use the things that they do, and it doesn't work on real-life calls. You will sit on the ground like that, and you will try and pick it up, and it will just fly off your hook. There's basically nothing you can do. There's really no control. And I mean, if you try and tongue these things with how delicate their ribs are, I also don't really.
So, you know, how are you supposed to catch a snake like this? I mean, okay, well, it works. Sitting on 2 hooks.
I guess if you like have no knowledge of a snake and you want to get it in the
That's
bin,
correct, yeah.
it could, because they do move quite slowly.
As you can see, the snake knows it's not. There's no threat. It's not trying to strike. It's not hissing. It's not trying to bite.